Let's go ahead and just reveal the mystery. We're cutting a body part, a part of the body that is very important to us. And this is a body part that you can actually see on the outside. When you look at somebody or you look at yourself in the mirror, you can actually see it on the outside. And it is, in fact, the part that you use to look and see things. We're cutting open an eyeball. Volunteer to donate their eyeball. Thank you. Oh, over here. Okay, no, it's okay, it's okay. That was very funny. That was very funny. I love that you did that. No, we're not going to cut open a human eye because there's some rules and laws and ethics around that. I'm not going to take any of your eyeballs away. But we're going to do another animal's eyeball, and this eyeball is about 2 or 3 times the size of the human eye. It has pretty much the same anatomy as the human eye, except for one key difference, which I'm excited to show you a little bit later. We are going to be doing a cow eye. That is right. Let's count down from 3 and show you 3, 2, 1. Here they are. Check it out. We got some cow eyeballs. Now I have a pretty valuable tool here. Here it is. That helps me get these out. Let's take out a couple good ones. This is why I do this job, is to hear those sounds that you're making. All right, here's one. Oh, there's a lot of juice in there. All right, here's one. Just to be clear, they're looking at you while you're looking at them. So be kind about what you say. All right, we now call it the white part. It has an official name. It begins with an S. Does anybody? Valera. Give this gentleman a round of applause. Sir, how do you know that? Are you in the medical world?
No, I watch Supernatural.
Have you seen all 15 seasons of it? Okay. I'm going to hold back my judgment. You are cared for and loved here. Okay. The sclera, the pupil, and the iris. Now I want to point out a couple more parts before we go inside. Usually when you think of the eyeball, you think of it as being a ball, round, spherical, but we have all this white, squishy stuff around it. Somebody's going, ooh, ooh, ooh. What is this part here? What is all this white stuff? It is, oh, we're not yet there, we're not there yet. The fat, it is the fat of the eye. So you have a lot of fat surrounding your eye. People usually think of that as a negative thing, but it's actually really good because it helps cushion the eyeball. So when you get jostled and you move your head around, you're not colliding the eye with anything else, it's not hitting the skull or anything, so it's protecting the eye that way. Next part I want to point out, these little brown, beigey parts right here. These are the muscles of the cow eye. And cows have 4 muscles in their eyes, and it helps them look up, down, left, and right. And we have those same 4 muscles in our eyes, but we actually have 2 additional muscles in our eyes, and those are rotational muscles. So you can look all around. I'm seeing some people doing it already. Let's do it together. Let's roll our eyes one way and roll them the other way. Optic nerve, and this is the part that connects the eyeball to the brain. So think of this as like an HDMI cable, a USB cable from eyeball to brain. We're seeing things, and it's going to our brain to process what's going on. So it's like, oh, I'm looking at the floor, I'm looking at the schedule, I'm looking at a guy cutting open a cow eye. Got it. Cool. All right, are we ready to go inside? Yeah! You have a question? Where's the retina? We're gonna get to it. Do you trust? Do you believe in me? No. Okay. I feel it's mutual then. During this dissection, unless of course it is my blood, and then we have a first aid kit. Hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, so I'm gonna take a scalpel, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Let's pick one of these eyes. I like this eye right here. Yeah. Lovely. I personally cornea here. Here we go. And you're gonna see some liquid coming out. When I do that, you see that liquid right there? This is called aqueous humor. So no blood there. If we had blood there, we'd be seeing red all the time. It'd be so annoying. But we have this liquid called aqueous humor underneath the cornea, which helps maintain eye pressure. So now you'll see when I push down on the cornea, it's going to come down a little bit, right? The cornea is the first layer of defense. It's the thing that protects our eyes from anything getting in there. Cornea is really tough, so as I cut around it, I'm going to have to put in some muscle to really cut it. And the cornea is also very sensitive. Has anybody here ever had an eyelash or anything get stuck in your eye? It's really annoying, and the cornea has a ton of nerve endings, so when that happens, it triggers the blink reflex. You start blinking a lot, and that actually helps get the thing out of there. All right, here we go. The cornea coming off, and I'll show you right now. There's the cornea in the palm of my hand, and I'll show you how tough it is. If I try to rip it with all my might, I will not be able to do anything to it. And I'm pretty strong. I'm the strongest scientist here at the Freak Institute. Don't tell anybody I said that. Okay. There's the cornea right there. Oh, you see a little piece, a little foreshadowing. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. We have most of the iris right here in my hand. We talked about the iris earlier, right? Comes in different colors: blue, green, hazel, brown, maroon. On the cow, it just happens to be really dark. Your iris can actually change color a little bit over time based on age and health conditions. You might be asking, okay, well, we see the iris, Alex, but where's the pupil? Guess what? The pupil does not exist as an actual structure. It doesn't have like a physical property that I can show you. The pupil kind of lives as like a tunnel within the iris. Think of it like the hole here right there. That's your pupil. So the iris's job is to control how much light the eye takes in. So if it's really bright, the iris is going to contract the pupil, making it really small. And if it's really dark and we need more light, the iris is going to expand, make the pupil nice and big. So if you ever get a chance, grab a family member or friend, get up close to their eyes, play with the light switch, and you'll see their pupil get big and small. My personal favorite, I'm going to use my tweezers here to get it out. You'll see why I love it so much. Because it looks like a little marble. Check it out, a marble in your eye. Kids, if you lose your toys, this is called the lens. The lens. You have a camera lens. You have a telescope lens in your eyeball. We're going to test it out right now. Seeing everybody doing this. Okay, cool. And now look far away. Maybe look at a building outside or somewhere far away in Body Odyssey. Look far away. Cool. Now go back to your hands. Go back to that far away spot. Were you able to see both of those pretty clearly, pretty quickly? Yes? That is thanks to your lens bending in shape so you can see up close and far away. Really great for distance. It helps focus the image, making it sharp and clear. As a magnifying glass, so we can kind of like see the letters peeking out right there. Pretty cool. And I like to compare this to an onion because it has all these layers like an onion does, and you'll see these fibers on the tip of my finger. Do you see that? So as you get older, you get more and more of these fibers surrounding your lens. So if you think about it, in the middle of this ball are fibers from when you first existed as a human being. When you were just a little baby, those fibers stick with you your entire life. It's like rings of a tree, basically. All right, cool. Are you ready? Brace yourself for this. Here we go. Okay. This jelly-like substance is called vitreous humor. So earlier we had aqueous humor, now we got vitreous humor, and this takes up most of the eye right here. This takes up about 80%, about 4/5 of the eye is this stuff, vitreous humor. It gives the eye its shape. That roundness is thanks to this vitreous humor. It also helps light move through, and it's a great swimming pool for the lens. Check that out. Cool. All right, vitreous humor going down. Now, somebody asked about the retina. Now you can pay attention. You can sit up and pay attention to this part. I know you've been waiting for it. The retina is truly a masterpiece of the eye. This is such an important part right here. Here we go. It's not the most impressive thing to look at, but I'll explain why it's so vital. There's a lot of this stuff, it's very fragile. Well, that's good enough, whatever. All right, so this looks a little bit like ginger that you find in sushi containers. But this is the retina. This lives in the back of the eye and helps translate the image to the brain. It's connected to the optic nerve. It's the one thing connected to the optic nerve. And it converts everything into electric signals for the brain. So you're looking at this thing, it's not the most impressive, like I said, but it has millions of cells, rod and cone cells, that detect light and color and convert it into electric signals so we can understand what we're looking at. It's like a movie screen in the back of your eye. Cool. All right, guess what, my friends? If this was a human eye, we would be done, we'd be finished. But at the beginning, I told you that the human eye and the cow eye have one major difference, and I'm about to show it to you now. But let me ask you a question. Who here has seen an animal's eyes glow at night before? All right, can I get a couple examples? What animal have you seen? Coyote, nice. And one last one. Deer, yes. So cows, foxes, cats, maybe lemurs, I'm not sure, I'll have to look that up, have this part of the eye that gives them some really cool abilities. Here we go, check this out. Look at this shiny iridescent layer right here. This is called the tapetum lucidum right here. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And this gives those animals we mentioned the ability to see in the dark. They get some night vision. So they can do whatever they want at night. Humans, we don't have it. We're daytime creatures. At night, we usually sleep and rest. Some animals can hunt for prey at night, avoid predators, play Connect 4 with their friends if they want to. I made that one up. Okay. Tapetum lucidum. All right, cool. We have all the parts of the cow eye taken out. We have an empty eye. So what we're going to do to close out the dissection is we're going to put everything back in reverse order. I'm going to ask a couple questions along the way to see who is listening, who is guided. Give some animals the ability to see at night. Do human beings have it, yes or no? No! No, you are correct. Next, we have this ginger-looking thing that converts things into electric signals. What was that called? Awesome. Next, we have the jello of the eye. This is called vitreous humor. See if I can get it in there. There we go. And it takes up most of the eye. Approximately how much of the eye does it take up? 80%. Nice listening, everybody. This next part is my favorite part of the eye, the marble. It is called the lens. Fantastic. Next, we have the iris, which controls how much light the eye takes in. Where is the pupil? Yeah, basically the hole within the iris is where the pupil resides. And then lastly, the defensive layer, the dome layer of the eye. Much like the jokes that I've been making, this is called the cornea. Everybody roll your eyes at me, use those eye muscles, and we have put this eye back together. You can barely tell that I even dissected it. It's perfect. There it is next to the other eye. And thank you so much for coming to the 3 p.m. Mystery Dissection. Tapetum lucidum. Here, I'll put it in the order that I had it before.
It's a cow eye.
Here's the lens.
Can I buy one?
Isn't the eye meant to be like
Can I buy an eye?
not like have a whole monster at the back?
Yeah.
What, so you
Want to go
take
get
out the eye of a
Nana
cow,
phone?
right?
Wait, sorry, what'd you ask?
You took out an eye of a cow.
That retina is
I did take out.
torn.
I didn't take out the eye from the cow,
The
but I did pick
retina
apart.
is torn. The retina's torn.
Can we turn it, can we clone it?
Can we clone it? I don't have an ability to clone it, but maybe
What's that?
somewhere out there. That might be a good thing for you to research. See where we're at in 2025 with cloning.